Welcome to today's presentation. I'm Bob Durand, Vice President of Sales and Marketing in the Gulf Coast. And today I'm going to go over some of the tools that we here at AWG have to help you grow your sales and profits, no matter what the competitive landscape you're in. This is an overview of an AWG Impact Study and the components that are used to understand and make up the best decisions for freshening up your business operation in the face of fierce competition. The first component we'll discuss is a performa, a financial review of your operation. The second component we will be looking at is a store analysis review. This is made up of 5 separate toolboxes, stepping us through the strengths and weaknesses of your business, then comparing them with your competition. Today, more than ever before, it seems everyone is selling food. In addition to the mega chain grocers, supercenters, and the club stores, we now have limited assortment stores, natural and organic stores, dollar stores, and even traditional drug stores are competing for business. Everyone wants the consistent foot traffic that comes along with highly consumable products. With that said, let's take a look at a case study where you, the independent retailer, just heard a new competitor is building across the street from you. So what options do you have to freshen up your operation, minimize the sales impact from this new competition? First, contact AWG and tell us your situation. As partners, your success is our success, and we have a strong vested interest in your success. Sometimes emotions can run high once you find out a new competitor is moving into your area. So our first step is to gather the facts as we can make the best informed decision to minimize the emotional bias that could affect our desired outcome. Second off, we need to determine your trade area. So we'll want to do an in-store customer spotting, as this will help delineate your exact trade area. Next, we'll do a competitive analysis within the trade area. This helps us identify a successful strategy to minimize the impact of new competition. After that, we'll determine the cause and effect of various strategic options. And finally, together, we'll make an informed decision and implement an effective strategy. For our case study example, let's say you're a well-established retailer with a 15,300 square foot store that averages around $170,000 per week in sales. You currently have limited natural and organic products, and you just found out a new ground-up Whole Foods is building directly across the street from your store. You know it's going to be about 34,000 square feet with many of the same departments that you have, but it will also have a strong focus on natural and organic products. So that's the scenario. Our impact study considers all the facts about the composite makeup of the surrounding area, and our real estate department gives you 3 options to consider. Here's your options. Option 1. You do nothing based on the fact that your sales will drop from $170,000 per week to $147,000 per week. That's a $23,000 a week sales hit. Think about that. By doing nothing, you lose $23,000 a week. This is not a viable option. Option 2, you can remodel your existing space, improve your offerings. Now your projected sales dip drops from $170,000 a week to $155,000 per week. That's a loss of $15,000 a week, but an $8,000 improvement over doing nothing. And finally, option 3, you plan to expand into a 5,000 square foot space next door that may become available. This requires a more extensive remodel, but sales are projected to improve from $170,000 a week to $185,000 per week, even with the opening of the Whole Foods. That's a gain of $15,000 a week. Fantastic news. But wait, it turns out that you can't get a hold of the extra space next door. So the decision's made to go with option 2. Remodel your existing space, upgrade some key departments, and with the help of the AWG team, your plan is put into action. The key is to decide and move quickly, well before the completion of the ground-up Whole Foods. By doing this, you'll grow your sales above your current weekly average, creating a buffer zone prior to the competition's opening, helping to minimize that financial hit. We create a performa. Adjusting the sales and reviewing the results gives you a roadmap to follow. It's important to understand where you are so you can accurately outline where you want to be. So by plugging in your financial P&L information, we can better predict its future results. Here's the store remodel budget that includes decor, new cases, lighting, and installation charges for the project. We've also projected the cost of additional inventory needed for the added equipment in the space. Next, we've adjusted our sales to reflect the impact study's projections. After reviewing our department distributions and gross profits, we make sure our educated review is on target to minimize the impact of the Whole Foods opening. Continuing the process, we move through the expense lines, looking for additional opportunities for improvement. These include analyzing wage expense, variable expenses, and fixed expenses such as rent, utility, and insurance. Okay, so now that you're satisfied that we have a realistic and viable budget, our next step is the planning process. Keep this in mind, it's important. You can use a performer to freshen up your current operation, even if you don't have a new competition impacting your business. A performer improves the health of your current operation, keeping them running at maximum efficiency and profitability. The next steps are the improved evaluations, strategic planning and execution components that will strengthen your operation. The overall process is made up of 5 detailed toolboxes covering all aspects of your current store operation in a step-by-step process. Toolbox 1 is a detailed analysis of your store and the incoming competition in these 4 main areas: store location analysis, competitive analysis, advertising analysis, pricing analysis. In our case study against Whole Foods, we completed several price checks against all competition, including the closest Whole Foods to our store, so we can understand the changes we need to make prior to the opening. Toolbox 2 is a detailed record of your store in these 7 main areas: security analysis, record-keeping analysis, merchandising layout analysis, overall department layout analysis, meat department analysis, produce department analysis, and floral department analysis. After analyzing this information, we agree it would be a good idea to add more produce variety, new decor, and lighting enhancements. We'll also bring in bulk natural food section to enhance the merchandising layout and the shopping experience. Additional frozen meat and seafood products are also added to improve variety. Toolbox 3 takes an in-depth look at these 4 areas of your store: grocery department analysis, frozen food department analysis, dairy department analysis, and deli department analysis. Using movement reports, our team cleaned out slow-moving grocery items to add more effective products needed to compete against Whole Foods. A store reset was scheduled to create additional space for the frozen food cases that improved variety. Additional dairy cases were installed to expand the store's line of popular juices and cultured products. Toolbox 4 analyzes the bakery department, health and beauty aids, and general merchandise, and the front-end operation. After reviewing this information, the only change needed was the addition of medium temperature cases in the bakery to provide more customer convenience and capture incremental sales. Toolbox 5 reviews productivity norms, personnel and management staff, and also recaps the previous 4 toolboxes for the store owner's approval. So to cap it off, the net result of the decor, the lighting, cases added in produce, dairy, frozen food, and bakery, along with the addition of bulk natural foods and improved variety on natural organic products in all areas of the store, resulted in a significant sales growth prior to the Whole Foods opening. Instead of a sales decline projected to move from $170,000 a week to $155,000 a week, the sales impact was almost completely negated by these proactive changes. Remember, these tools are vital assets to freshen up and improve your operation in all competitive situations. One key ingredient is to be active instead of reactive. Your success is our success, and we're committed to help you win whatever situation you're faced with. Call your AWG Vice President to set up an impact study for your business. Thank you for your time, and as always, thank you for your business.
Yeah.